Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another scene for Montreal by Night, Hunter the Reckoning. This scene is set directly after the Hunter meeting, in which Abby and Renee are heading back to the truck that's just parked, a couple blocks from Damon's. Um, and we can pick it up with them walking and talking on the way back.
That new girl, Annie, she seems very surprised by some of the things that are happening.
Yes, I would guess that she's brand new and hasn't really seen much. I'd like to know what her I guess you'd call it what awakening was like.
Yes, most of us seem to have encountered supernatural, strange creatures, experiences, at least once with that.
Yes, but I wonder if she thought that was like a fluke or something. Maybe she thinks it wasn't real. I mean, I kind of struggled with it for a little bit after ours. I guess it helps that we did it together because having basically the same experience for us to talk about was, I think, made it a little easier.
We having that common ground as she reaches into her pocket and pulls something out and just extends her hand over to you.
She puts her hand out. Ah, yes, M&Ms.
She reaches in and pulls a couple more out for herself and pops them in her mouth.
Well, um, I guess we should just get in the truck and head back then, right?
Renee kind of walks and sort of just nods.
What?
Nothing at all, madame.
I don't buy it. I'm gonna roll perception empathy. 3 successes.
Which is more than my two dice can even hope to roll. There's
So what
something,
is
there's obviously something on her mind, something maybe troubling her that she's thinking about, lost in thought about, that there's
there's
something on
something?
her mind.
All right, out with it. I can tell there's something on your mind.
Pops a couple M&Ms into her mouth. Whatever do you mean, madame?
There was hesitation, a look. I'm pretty good at reading you now.
Do you ever wonder when is the right time for certain things in life?
Yes, all the time. And I've come to know that when you think the right time, whenever, how do I put this? When you think the time is right, it never is. Or just things don't ever go as planned. So I try not to plan anymore.
I see.
At least my personal life. Of course, there is a time and a place for a plan. Like, when we deal with these things, we have to have a plan. Otherwise, we're just making mistakes, and plans minimize those.
We plan to minimize mistakes. That is a very good perspective.
She looks at Renee quizzically and hops into the truck.
Renee seems to be avoiding eye contact.
Curiouser, curiouser.
So would you say that was ever truly a good time for most any of the things?
No, probably not.
I see. Then she goes back into the sleeping area.
Does she look like she wants Abby to follow, or did she just go back there?
She just swung out of her seat and went into the back.
Abby turns around and looks.
She's getting into one of the myriad of cabinets along the one wall.
Curious look as she keeps watching.
Hold on, I need to check something real quick. Hmm. That helps. That helps a lot. Okay. Yes. So this is a deck stealth to see if she can pull something out without you noticing.
And that would be versus my perception alertness, yes.
Correct.
And I have acute vision. And I believe 7 dice. Nope, only 6. No, not happening.
You see her pull something, a small box, roughly square, almost cubic in shape.
Abby furrows her brow, but she doesn't say anything. She doesn't say that she saw anything. She just keeps looking.
Renee turns back to you, her hands behind her back, sees the furrowed brow, gives you a what did I do kind of look.
What were you looking for?
She clears her throat. I was not looking for anything. I was simply retrieving something.
Is it whatever that is you have behind your back?
We
Well, I know that today is Valentine's Day. I haven't forgotten. She pops open the glove box in the truck and also pulls out a small little something.
now I am. Which one of us should go first?
You can go first.
Renee kind of glances over her shoulder, then looks at what kind of box you have.
It's similar to the one that she has.
Oh, oh, this is. I see. Uh, hmm.
Come on, out with it. She gives a bright smile.
She glances kind of back under her arm at the box, walks forward, ducks under the little stoop into the main cab, but she ducks really far, all the way to the ground, like she's kneeling in front of you now.
Abby cocks her head.
You are not required to say oui or no. You can answer whenever you feel that the time is right for you. Uh, I'm not sure how you are supposed to say this in English. And she rattles something off in French.
Blink.
Let's see. Abigail Jackson. At some point, what we have must continue to change. And the thought of losing you stirs me deeply, more than any person I have ever known. So, with that in mind, as I said, you do not have to say we or no, but she opens the box that she raises up in front of her, and there's a really pretty heart solitaire on a gold ring.
Abby gasps.
If you would consider doing me the honor of being mine, oui, and I in turn would be yours.
um, wow. Um, she then pulls out the box that she has and she opens it. It's not quite as beautiful as the one that Renee presented to Abby, but it is a simple yet elegant diamond. Well, it's probably cubic zirconia, or it's anyway. It looks like a diamond, a little small diamond on a gold band.
Raised eyebrow.
Well, I was gonna make you a promise. Um, this was, the equivalent of promise ring, but we can upgrade it. um, that I was gonna promise to you that I would try to love you for as long as I'm able and be faithful to you and protect you if I can. You mean the world to me, and I can't stand the thought of losing you either.
Renee takes your hand, your left hand,
Mm-hmm.
and if there's no argument, she will pull the ring out of the box and slip it onto your finger.
And Abby will allow that to happen. And when that's done, Abby will then take Renee's left hand and slipped the ring that she'd bought for her on her finger.
Renee just kind of lays her head in your lap at this point.
Abby strokes her hair, and then she kind of pulls Renee up to her and gives her a very passionate kiss.
When you pull her up to give her the kiss, you see that there are small tears on her face.
There are tears in Abby's as well.
If you wish to tell the others, you may. If you do not wish to tell the others, you do not have to. It is merely between myself, you, and the governments of the world who will have nothing to say about us.
Yes. I will tell people if they ask about the ring. Because I don't plan on taking it off. I love you.
We. I know. And she caresses your cheek, wiping away the tears.
She caresses Renee's cheek back, wiping away her tears. I can't believe that we were almost on the same page with this. That's wow.
I was afraid that I had given it away after our conversation the other day.
No, no. And it was after our conversation that I decided to go ahead and get the ring because I knew that it wouldn't offend you. So, um, I guess there's more than one thing to celebrate today, then, huh?
We.
I still can't believe that they made me their leader.
Why not? You're the only one who really deserves the job.
I know, but I haven't been around as long as some of the others, so
When somebody is the obvious choice for leader, whether they have been there 5 minutes or 5 years, it does not matter. The leader steps up and does what needs to be done.
Abby nods. I just hope that I can make them proud and be a good leader.
You do not need to make them proud, madam. You need to do what is right for you and them.
She nods. You're right. You're right. And I need to be objective and impartial at times, especially when mediating disputes.
And I will do my best to keep my mouth shut and only step in when you ask me to.
She smiles, caresses her cheek. I appreciate that. Thank you. And there will be times where I will ask for your advice.
So you want to see the difference between how you punch and how I punch?
I think I already know the difference.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, no two people have the same punch. And as far as punching goes, you have a bit more practice than I do. But you've been helping me with that.
oui, but I was going to pull out the sensors to measure pounds per square inch.
Well, I suppose we can do that. Can we do that tomorrow? I'd really just like to take you to bed right now.
You see, madam, I am just trying to kill a short bit of time before Our dinner reservation.
Blink. Dinner?
We at the seafood restaurant. I assume you like the seafood.
I do. I guess that I should probably get cleaned up and get dressed. How fancy of a place is this?
Fancy enough that I can ride my motorcycle in and not get looked at, and that you can come in wearing your most exquisite thing on my motorcycle with me and be the belle of the ball.
All right. She smiles really big at that. Perhaps I will wear my little black dress.
Oh, madame, you're trying to make it difficult for me to focus on eating dinner.
Well, we will go and have dinner, and then we'll come back and you can have dessert.
She pops a couple M&Ms in her mouth, pulls out a couple more, pops them in yours.
She chews on them. I suppose we should get ready then. We're going to drive the truck back to its normal location, or we're just going to leave it here?
I mean, if we would take it back to that area, it is better, more access to roads and freeways to get around.
She nods. And then I will buckle up. She turns around in the seat, puts her seatbelt on. Big smile plastered across her face.
And you know that the cabinet I've been yelling at your cat for trying to get into for the last 3-4 days?
That's where the ring was, huh?
We.
Justinia knew what was up.
That is why we need to get rid of the dumb cat. She says it very playfully for those who know her well enough to know she's being playful.
And Abby will shoot a very playful glare at Renee.
And the truck will start up, roaring to life.
And they will head back to their normal location and go to dinner and other stuff that couples do on Valentine's Day. And that is where this scene will come to an end. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for viewing. Good night, and happy Valentine's Day.